So, okay, so the university I had attended recently advertised for the fall 2024 master's and PhD admission application for international students. I had done a presentation before on studying in Taiwan, but this is specific to studying in Taipei Medical University, where I had done my master's program. Now, this recording or this session is not only limited to studying in Taipei Medical University, where I had done my master's. It is still applicable to so many universities that are in Taiwan. So, um, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen of the adverts to this application. So, okay, okay. All right. So I get, please, if you can hear me, can you signify either by saying something or maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I
Hello.
can hear you.
Okay, okay, great, great. So this is the advert. I just came across the advert from my previous university. I had thought the advert was going to come later in the year, but wow. So it's surprising that they had already put up the advert uh, since November 15th. So today's date is November 25th, so 10 days ago. But I'm still glad, like, I mean, we are still up to date. So now, before I begin to talk about this advert, there's something I used to say. Most people I know, everybody wants to like, go to the United States, go to Canada, go to Australia. Some people UK, even though I mean, UK is not something that I fancy. So, um, but sometimes going to these places could be difficult because of the number of people that are going there. So sometimes you have to lay down a strategy for yourself. And what is the strategy? I call it a means to an end. So instead of I'm coming. So instead of actually, just instead of going to those countries, what I would rather do as a person is I would go to a different country that is much easier. Then after from there, I can now proceed. Just exactly the same thing that I did. For my master's program, I mean, I had my reasons because number one, I know that at least Taiwan they have some standard education very well accepted all over the world. So it's not just any kind of nation you just enter. Then after my master's program, from there, just after my first year of not even my second year, after my first year, immediately my results were complete. I started applying for a PhD program in the United States, Australia, and yeah, United States and Australia. And I can tell you, I got so many offers. And not just that, sometimes the diplomatic challenges also could be you could be at an advantage uh, when it comes to diplomatic challenges. People go for interview to come to the United States, even with full funding in Nigeria. And what happens? They probably just encounter an issue and they get denied such visa. But in my case, what happened? The day I went for my visa interview in Taiwan in the United States embassy, I was only asked one question, and that is, what are you going to do in the United States? And I said, I'm going there to go and study for my PhD. And the answer was visa approved. So now these are at least two advantages I can tell you that you can gain from moving from a different country to a particular country of interest rather than moving from Nigeria. But it's not just all about this. It's also very important that if you're also going to study, you have to also study something that you have full interest in. So Taiwan is a beautiful place, and I can tell you, if I mean, if tomorrow like I get a job offer to go back to Taiwan, I will, seriously, because it's a very beautiful place, a very beautiful island. Everybody is at peace, and it's a lovely place. I love it there. So Taipei Medical University is one of the best universities you can get in Taiwan. It's a very highly ranked school in Asia as well. So there's no way you graduate from this school and you would not have very good placement out there. So now the advert is out. This same Taipei Medical University, 3 days or 4 days ago, I announced about one of my mentees that got admission there for spring 2024. So he's going to start by January or February. Now, this is the advert for fall 2024 for those that will commence by September. If you're listening to me and if you're on this and you're really interested in studying in Taiwan, I had advised you to take this very serious. So I'll commence by sharing. I mean, you can all the post I made in the channel has all these things. It's just that I want to break it down for you. So now application will commence by application has already commenced since November 15th. I'm sorry that I didn't get to know, but I mean, I just decided to make a search today and I saw it. I've been busy. Now, they said, note, we strongly encourage you to submit your authenticated documents, transcript, financial statement, this authenticated by Taiwan Republic of China Embassy Representative Office as early as possible when preparing the application. Now, for Nigerians, this is not mostly the case. I'm going to explain what they mean by authentication. Now, your certificates from your secondary school and your certificate from the university, if you're going for a master's program, you have your undergraduate certificate, your secondary school certificate, as well as your undergraduate transcript. Will have to, those documents will have to be authenticated by the Ministry of Education in Abuja. After Ministry of Education is done authenticating them, I've written a procedure on authentication on my Facebook wall. All you need to do is to probably make a search. So after the authentication, you now go to Ministry of Foreign Affairs to authenticate. Now, please, while authenticating your document, it is not even a must that it is because you are applying for study in Taiwan. It is important that you have your documents authenticated for future purposes. So academic documents are authenticated at the Ministry of Education. Then both academic and non-academic documents are authenticated at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Education are both side by side, almost side by side in Abuja. So now, usually we don't authenticate. You just apply with your normal documents. When you apply with your normal document, if you get an offer, then you can now be able to when you get an offer, you can now be able to proceed with your authentication. But still, if you have the time and you want to authenticate, it is still okay to authenticate before you start making application. But because there's no time, I advise you to make applications with your transcript, a copy of your transcript, your certificate, and everything required by the school. When you do that, when you have an admission, then you start the procedure of authentication. So this note usually comes afterwards for most Nigerians. So March 15 next year, that's the deadline for this application. Then from April 15 to April 24th, you get invited for an interview, which you see on your dashboard after you have completed your application. That is when you are invited. So from mid-May, results are announced. And let me tell you, this thing is how they are going to follow it. So when you make your application and within that period, like this mid-May, if you might start expecting to get an email. September, then you already commence your program. So now, what are the eligibility? All these are just big grammars. As long as you're somebody from that is not a Taiwanese and an international person, you're not a Chinese, you are eligible. Then educational requirements, if you have what it takes, if you're going for a master's program, you have to have a bachelor's degree, you have to have your transcript, you have to have your YX certificate, which I'm not really sure if it is really important to use. Then if you're going for a PhD, you have to have a master's degree already, and you have to have a master's degree and an undergraduate degree, master's transcript, undergraduate transcript, then O level. Then, now for English proficiency, well, good. Thank God for, thank God for a lot of things. There are so many options you can use if you want to. But when I was in Taiwan, because I became the president of the International Student Association, alongside working with Office of Global Engagement of the school, I was able to convince them that Nigeria is an English-speaking country. So if you're here and you're a Nigerian, you no longer need to submit any English proficiency test. If you're applying for your transcript from University of Nigeria, you can ask them to give you an English proficiency certificate cover letter, which you apply alongside your transcript, and that is okay. You don't need to write English test. Now, so it is waived for you. So I think if you open on this link, you'll be able to see all the master's program and their various specific requirements. Then when you open this link, you see all the PhD program and their various specific requirements. So that you can do later. Then, just like I said, there are some program specific requirements. Some people will require GRE, but I doubt most programs do not require GRE. You understand? So then for these financial statements, please, this is not something that is an exception. Everybody, including myself, I did submit a financial statement. Sorry, excuse me. So I did submit a financial statement as at when I had applied. So what do you need to do? All you need to do is to submit a financial statement of an account bearing, 4,000, 3 months, 3 months, last 3 months, maybe financial statement bearing about equivalent of $4,000. Don't worry. You don't, what can I even say? My screen is not clear. It's tiny. Uh, how do you guys mean? Please, can you speak up, Chizaba? I can't, I don't understand what you mean. Unmute yourself
Okay,
and say something.
okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I mean, like, you should make it to be more clearer. It's tiny,
Oh. When you say more clearer, I don't understand. Is it that it is tiny or it is not clear? Which one?
tiny.
Maybe it's the font size. Um, you want me to increase it this way?
Exactly like this. Yes, yes.
You need to start using glasses then. So, okay, I'll just try and leave it this way. That's what it means is that I just increase the size. Um, so the program specific requirement, like I said, okay, I've already talked about this. So for the financial statement, you don't have to worry. In fact, when you get to that stage, just let me know and I'll tell you what to do. I'm not going to say it here, but I'll tell you what to do. So then just know that admission to degree is processed through the Office of Global Engagement. They are the ones that will receive all your applications. They will have evaluate your credentials, and they will be the ones to issue notification letters. So, but the admission is decided by the appropriate academic department or program. So, the program will be the ones that will the programs will be the ones that will tell the specific programs will be the one that will tell you, what you need to what you need to what they will be the ones that will tell you the specific requirement, and they will be the ones that will decide on the admission. Sorry, I got distracted. So now this is the application link. Everything is on that whatever file that I sent to you. So you don't really need to be on this website. So, but when you click the official website that I sent, the official link, it will bring you to this place. So step one, you begin your application. Please don't apply for two accounts, only one account. When you have duplicated accounts, you'll be disqualified. So you can apply to more than one program with one account. So please don't create two accounts. Secondly, you fill your application and you upload all your documents, your CV, your study plan. Remember to read, like I said, these when we talked about specific specific program requirements, the guideline for both masters, for the guideline for PhD. Remember to read everything. When you're done reading everything, you'll be able to know what your department that you're interested in want you to submit. Some people will not even call you for interview, while some will call for interview. So you need to know what your specific department is saying. Then, so finally, you preview your application there before you submit. Like I said, some people call for interview, while some people do not call for interview. Then remember that in mid-May, you get your offer. So this is a very, very simple click-by-click instructions that you get. So nobody is going to it's not a confusing thing. It's very, very straightforward. So that is what I want to share with you guys. And aside that, I also want to share that it is not only in Taipei Medical University that this applies. Most universities in Taiwan will not ask you for application fee. Now, this is a free application. You don't even need to pay any application fee and all that. So what do you need now to apply? Most times, in any country you're going to, okay. Sorry, I had to mute a distraction. Please, if you join and you know your background is going to be noisy, please just have yourself mute. So anywhere in the world that you want to make application for, there are some certain documents that are required of you. Number one, I've said it, if you're going for a master's program, your O-level, your bachelor's degree, your transcript, they are must. Then some people request for English proficiency like IELTS or TOEFL. But like I said, for me, I always get a waiver or I always find a way around it because I feel like asking Nigerians to provide evidence that they speak English is like, is not something that I actually like. Because I mean, we're colonized by the British, so why do we have to present evidence? So, like I said, for Taipei Medical University, it's a waiver. If any other institution you're applying to asks you to provide evidence, you can write to them and tell them that you were instructed in English. I have put down, there was a template I already put down in the channel, how to get a waiver for English proficiency. If you cannot see it in the channel, you can check on my timeline on Facebook. I believe it's there. I've written a template on how to get English waiver. That you have been instructed in English right from kindergarten until your graduation from the university. Therefore, you want them to waive English proficiency requirement for you. After that, You have some written statements. Some people request for you to write SOP, statement of purpose. Statement of purpose is it's like a motivation letter. What actually inspires you to actually want to pursue a degree in this country, in this course? So when you have that, then you'll be able to when you are able to pen down something. I've written a lot of things regarding SOP on my Facebook timeline and still in the group. So you have all the resources that you need. So some people request for personal statement. Personal statement is different from SOP. So you have enough time to figure out the differences and come up with an article, something you can write. Then some people will request for you to write a study plan. You have to also know what a study plan is, and you now be able to come up with something. It is not an easy journey. So there's nothing that you want to do that is good that will be easy. So if you think that you just get it on a platter, it's not that easy. But the one thing I want to assure you is that if you put down a very good, it doesn't matter what you came up with, whether first class, second class, 2-2, 2-1. Even with third class, I've seen cases of third class getting scholarships. So as long as you're able to increase the other aspect of you more than, I mean, you're able to put down something that will be able to tell more about you and have and increase and make them your strength and not your weakness, you might stand a chance to get an admission and scholarship. And what is the good thing about Taipei Medical University? The good thing about Taipei Medical University is that if they must give you an offer, then they must give you a certain type of scholarship. There are different types of scholarship. I'm going to browse the scholarships and share the page with you guys. Just give me some few minutes. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again with you guys. So now, there are various types of scholarships that are always given to international students. Um, by Taipei Medical University. So, excuse me. So, okay, by Taipei Medical University. Now, there is type A scholarship, there is type B scholarship, there is type C scholarship. Now, for type A scholarship, it is given to doctoral programs. Like, what happens is that you get a tuition waiver, they waive your tuition, and every month they pay you 16,000 NTD. I think if we check it, what 16,000 NTD in this thing in Nigerian currency today? 16,000 NTD to Naira is 410,599. So you get paid almost 411,000 every month. I'm very sure that cost of living in Taiwan, yes, is big, but it will go a long way for you. So even a professor, I don't know if professors are paid up to that 400 and something thousand in Nigeria every month. But that's what you get paid for PhDs. Now, for type B, for those who are into master's program, you get paid 12,000 every month and you get a waiver. But if you now get a type C scholarship, they only pay your fees. You take care of your this thing. So now they must give you one of these form of scholarships. So if you're going for the PhD, you can either get type A or type C. If you're going for a master's, you can either get a type B or type C. So, but aside from these scholarships, there are other scholarships too, known as the Taiwan Government Scholarship. This is the scholarship I was on when I applied to study in Taiwan. I applied for this Taiwan Government Scholarship. Here, your tuition is covered and you get paid 20,000 NTD. So, and there are so many other scholarships too that are springing up. And I hope that we can always take advantage of. So, but just know that you're not limited to only these scholarships. But the good thing there is that if they must offer you a scholarship, then if they must offer you admission, they must give you a form of scholarship. That is one thing I know about. That is one thing I know about TMU. So, okay, I want to stop sharing my screen. Okay. Yeah, so they must give you one form of those scholarship. So, and that is the good thing. So if your application is standing very strong and very competitive, you might end up getting fully funded scholarship. The guy that I said that got admission a few days ago that I mentored, he got fully funded. He got admission in both two programs that he applied. One was type C, then one was type B. So he will be getting a fully funded scholarship. So that is the advantage. Then remember that, okay, another thing that I wanted to talk about was that this is not only limited to Taipei Medical University. This is limited to a lot of schools in Taiwan. Now, as long as Taipei Medical University has opened up the application portal, that means so many universities in Taiwan is currently on. So do not limit yourself. You can apply to 10 schools without paying application fee. All you need to do is to search for those schools that do your program and apply. It doesn't take anything from you. Once you have all your application documents ready, all you need to do is to be able to get the program you are interested in. The program in Taipei Medical University might be named a different thing in another university. So please, I would like you to take this serious. That is why I had to organize this emergency meeting. If you're going for a master's program, take this very serious. Taiwan has a very good tie with the United States and so many other countries. So one of the advantages is that if you're in Taiwan, it is easy for you to migrate from Taiwan to other places. I don't know. I shouldn't even be saying this often and on because I mean, I am an exemplary. I have somebody else who is also an exemplary. If you had watched the program I had organized last year about studying in Taiwan, I had a friend, Good Luck, who is currently in the University of Illinois. I met Good Luck in Taiwan. Well, he was graduating while I was when I just came, he was leaving. So he came to the US straight up, just like that. Myself, immediately I was done with my master's program. In fact, immediately I was done with first year. I started applying for a PhD program, and here I am in the US as well. So, so that is one of the things that I have to offer you. Then there's also something that I'm trying to remember. There's something I know I shared. I need to check my Google Drive. I have a list of so many universities in Taiwan and their tentative application dates and deadlines. And some of you may have seen it on my Facebook timeline. But let me just maybe if I can find it, then I can be able to share it with you guys so that you can. Mm, okay, indication. Oh, okay. I guess I have to. Okay, no recording this. Okay, see. Hmm. Okay, yeah. Just hold on. I'm going to bring it up very soon. Um, okay. Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, so let me share my screen and show you guys again. Um, okay, so if you can see this, this is a file. I mean it's somewhere there on my Facebook timeline. This is a document I had prepared last year, indicating most of the applications. You see why I was looking at application for this year, commencing in around 22nd November, but it had already started since 15th. So that was why I had missed it. But the deadline is still not far. I mean the deadline is still far, but the application commenced. So this document was prepared last year against I prepared this document last year. Yeah, last year. So now, but this is still tentative. So you can still work with it. So there are so many universities in Taiwan, and you can look at their fall intake and spring intake. So that means you can apply to 10 universities without paying application fee. And once you get any of the university that you prefer to go, you go for it. Now, some people require application fee, like National Taiwan. I think National Taiwan University (NTU) requires application fee. So if you don't feel like paying application fee, you have so many options. That's my point. So, and these are their various tentative dates. So you can always visit their website, official link, and if you're willing to, if you visit the official link, you can be able to check. Oh, or you just once you search you just highlight the university, search it on Google. You go to the application and see if they are accepting application or if they are yet to accept. If they are going to accept, you note down when they are going to accept. Apply to as many places as you can. So even by searching universities in Taiwan, you'll be able to get all these things. You don't necessarily need to have this document that are actually prepared. The point there is that this document will help you to have a lot of options. I think I highlighted how many universities. I think 16 universities or what? Yeah, 16 universities. But there are still more universities in Taiwan than 16 universities. There's no way you apply to at least 6 universities out of the 16 and you not be able to get an offer. So remember, I do not represent I'm not a representative of any group. This is me doing this thing out of kindness and out of the fact that I want people to to take advantage of the opportunity. I was able to take advantage. Nobody advised me, or nobody was like, okay, do this, do this, do this during my time. I just had to know that, okay, I needed to do this. But I'm making this thing available to you very free and on a piece of platter. So yeah, I don't think there's any other thing I need to really discuss. I only wanted to encourage you guys to take this application serious so that you can be the next person that will be able to share testimony. Now, while you are applying to these places, you can even decide to still apply to other countries. Okay? But one thing I know is that it's Taiwan is a good place to, is a place to have a good alternative. So that if the other places do not work, you can as well go. And also for those that will be asking, can I work if while studying? Yes, you can work while studying in Taiwan. In fact, people who work part-time they even have more money safe than those of us who were under fully funded scholarship. So just that what scholarship helps you to do is that it makes you to just focus on your academics and you don't have distractions and everything. So yeah. If you have any questions, please unmute yourself, ask. If you don't want to talk, you can put down a question on the comment section, then I would answer. So I'm going to give like 10 minutes and probably shut this down. Thank you for attending. Oh, sorry, I had a call. Um, okay, said, do I need to have a certain amount of money to apply? Please, no, you don't have to have certain amount of money to apply. The most important thing is this. There will be a point you need money. For instance, if you're going to authenticate your document in Abuja. And by the way, if you're authenticating your document, I have a link of someone in Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So once you're able to authenticate your document in Ministry of Education, it is easier. That link is nobody's going to charge you extra or anything. The link is just to make things easier for you. So please don't look at it as a link is any this thing. Okay. Um, yeah, Zuzbe, you're raising your
Yes,
hand.
yes, I'm raising my hand. I have a question.
Okay, just hold on, please. Let me. Okay, just unmute yourself if you have a question, please, or if you cannot, just let me know. Raise your hand and I can unmute you. So let me finish up with this statement. So the person is just going to help you make sure your document is well authenticated at Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So that's all. I wish I had collected a number from Foreign Affairs when I was applying, but I didn't. So you don't need to have money. But for that financial statement, you just have to prepare a financial statement. Okay? And like I said, if you want to talk about that one, you can actually reach out to me personally and I'll let you know. It's off the records. I don't want to say it here. So, Uzube, what's your question?
Okay, thank you very much for this. Thank you for this opportunity. So, I heard you talking about the three types of scholarship. You actually showed us a screenshot.
Yeah.
So, but you also made mention of another type of scholarship that you were on,
Yeah.
the Taiwan government
Government
scholarship. So,
scholarship. Yes.
yeah, I want to know, like, is there another route to getting into that one?
Oh, okay, that's a beautiful question. Yes. So that the Taiwan government scholarship and applying to the school is these are both independent. So you apply to the school, then you apply for the Taiwan government scholarship. Once they announce the scholarship, which usually is announced late February or late January or early February, I'll still put it up in the group. Now, this Taiwan government scholarship, I mean, it's competitive, but still, it's not an impossibility. So you can apply. Once you apply to the school, then you wait for the Taiwan government scholarship to come up, then you apply. How do you apply for the Taiwan government scholarship? You get, by the time you are done applying to the school, you have a printout or something, evidence showing you have applied to Taipei Medical University or to any other university of your choice. Once you have it, you look at the Taiwan government scholarship requirement as well. You have everything. You have to send it via envelope to their office in Lagos. So during my time, I just gave it to one of my friends that visited in Suka, and he took it to the office in Lagos. So, so that's how you apply to the scholarship. Okay.
Okay. Got that. Thank you.
So, please, can you send the file you prepared with the list of schools to the channel? Yeah, I will. I'll send it to you. I will send it to you guys later. But I mean, all you need to do is to have the link on Facebook. I think where I had spoken about it, and you can always have access to, um, can always have access to, yeah, okay, I have it here. So I'm going to copy the link and share it with you guys here on Zoom. So this is the link on Facebook where I spoke about studying in Taiwan. Last year's program that I spoke, where I invited a couple of people. So in the write-up leading to the video, I also shared a lot of posts, and that is where you now get the link to the where you see I put up a lot of things, even all the scholarship available and how to apply to them, everything. So you also get the file about this list of schools and their tentative deadline and their links and all that. So I just shared it with you guys now. So um, I know it's a fully funded program, but um, I just want to know how much a person is to budget in general. I don't know how much. What do you mean by budget in general? It depends. I mean, if you end up getting Type C scholarship and you're to fend for yourself, that means you have to carry enough money now and go to Taiwan before, so that once you start your program, you can be able to get a job. But most times I don't encourage one going for Type C. Once you get a Type C, I think you just probably have to reapply again, because I don't think so. But if you get Type B, all you need to do is to book your flight tickets, carry some money that will be able to be enough before you start getting your stipend, and that's all. Then if you're able to now get the Taiwan government scholarship, it's still the same thing. Somebody who is on Taiwan government scholarship will not need to carry enough money as much as somebody who is in Type B scholarship. So, but one thing I want you to know is that all these scholarships are enough to take care of you. As long as you're not living extravagantly, it's enough to take care of you. It's even enough for you to be sending money home. So that's it. Are we going to be assigned supervisors when admitted, or do we have to contact? You don't need to contact anybody. That's the good thing. You don't need to reach out. In fact, if you write to somebody, nobody's going to reply your email. So the only time you need to contact is by the time, because sorry, because Nigeria does not have um not diplomatic relations with Taiwan. So it is required that when you're applying for your visa, you'll be able to get, you should get, they call it guarantor letter. But don't worry, I spoke to the Office of Global Engagement about such requirements from Nigerian applicants. So they always tell the programs that, oh, see, sorry, this person will be needing these documents. So when that time comes, all you need to do is to write to the coordinator, like in the PDFs for the master's program or for the PhD program, you'll be able to see various people who are in charge of each program. So you can always reach them by the time you have gotten admission that you need a guarantor letter so that you can apply for your visa. But that's not now. That's way forward. So you don't need to contact anybody to make your application. All you need to do is to look at their profile. Remember, if you're writing your SOP, you have to indicate, oh, I want to work with this person. I love what this person is doing. How do you get to know? By going through the profiles of the department and the people in the department and knowing what they are doing. So that you don't have to contact a professor does not mean you can't, that it is not important to state, okay, I would like to work with so and so. And how do you know the people you have to work with? By looking at their website. So any other any other question? Please, if you want to ask, you can just raise your hand and just, say your mind. Hi guys, are we done here? Yeah, we won. Okay. So, okay. So, without any much information, if you have any question, please reach out to me. Whichever platform that you find me in, I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place on social media. Jesus. So reach out to me, and if I have time, I'll be able to answer your question. Aside that, have a good one, and I wish you success in your application. Please take this very seriously. It doesn't come every day. Thank you very much.